Okay, hello everybody. We're live and it's Thursday, November 6th already. Oh my gosh. Blustery day out there today. The cold wind is blowing in from the north and winter is on its way here in Kentucky. Today we're going to talk about audience insights and how to use audience insights to uh, hone in on your avatar, your target, your perfect lead. So with that, I'll go ahead and share my screen and show you a few things here. Okay, hello everybody. Okay, I forgot to turn my volume off on my monitor. Okay, so I know we're live. I know things are working. And all right, here we go. Now, there's two insights in Facebook. So the first thing I wanted to do is explain the difference between the two, so you're not getting mixed up, because they're both very useful, they're both very helpful, and I think I've actually walked through the page insights before. So the first one is up at the top of your page, and it's called Insights. And this one is insights into people that go to your page. So it shows your reach. It shows how your posts have been doing. It gives you organic versus paid clicks, likes, comments, and shares. So you can see the activity that's been going on. And you can, that's the overview, specific likes. You can look at how your page likes have built up over a period of time. You can change the dates up here if you want to make it bigger or smaller. You can play with that up here. So this is all about what's going on your page, your reach, your visits, your posts. And this one's really interesting because it tells you what time of the day is your audience there. And it looks like 8 o'clock is peak time for me, and 3 a.m. is the lowest time. So if I really want somebody to see what I'm doing, I would be best off to be out there, 7, 8, 9 o'clock. And pretty much all afternoon is good too, from noon to, well, let's say 10 o'clock to 3 p.m. So I've got a daytime audience, so that's really good to know. People, now this gives you a little composition of what your audience is comprised of. Here, my fans are 59% women, whereas all of Facebook is 46%, and men is 40% versus Facebook 54%. So mine's kind of the opposite of Facebook. I attract more women than I do men, which just seems natural because I'm a female, and probably the way I word things, the way I present things is more congruent and more attractive to women than to men. I don't know. I'm just throwing ideas out there. Age range, this is important to know. It starts more around 35 to up in the 60s and higher. Now, a little bit of this is because when I do targeting, I don't go down to 18. I usually start at 25. So I have purposely slanted it to some extent, but I don't think I have much of an audience down here anyway, as far as honing in on my target. And you can see the countries, the cities, the languages of where I'm from. I do have a smattering worldwide, but that's because I have a global marketing business. So I've picked up people along the way in different countries. Okay, so that's your page insights. Now, here's something that is just really awesome. It's fairly new. I don't know exactly when it came out. But it's audience insights, and they've improved it. I think it started off in Power Editor and kept getting better in there, and people used it more, so they eventually put it over into the Ads Manager. So let's go to my Ads Manager. Now, once you get into your Ads Manager, over here is Audience Insights. So that's where we're going. Okay, now the way I've been trained to do this is to start with everybody on Facebook. If you want to look at people connected to your page and get more insights there, this is a great way to do it. If you already have a custom audience set up and you want to key in on that a little bit more, that would be insightful. So for this tutorial, let's just start with everybody on Facebook. Now it's trying to be helpful here. Add or remove locations. So it's already at the United States, so let's stay there. And right now it's just Facebook audience, so everything's matching up here with the Facebook audience. You can see the dark blue and the light gray are all the same. Let me see if you guys can see this fairly well. Let me scroll in a little bit and make it a little more visible. Let me come back. Okay, hopefully that's good enough for you to see. Now, page likes, location, activity, household, purchase. So this is, if you're familiar with doing ads, it kind of follows with where things are at. So let's say we're in health and wellness area. Let's see, I just picked up a new name. What was his name? You can try that. Here we go. Let's see if he comes up. Drew Canoli. He's a juicer that's online. So I'm kind of curious as to what his audience is like, because his audience would also be an audience interested in what I promote. So so his audience is also small in the younger crowd and gets really big from 35 on. And it's telling me here, I can click that chart to target those people. Well, this seems to be his most prevalent group. Let me just, oh, okay. You have to select an audience that's greater than 1,000. So let's go back to, well, no, I want to stay on this page. Let's go back to everybody and 25 and all. All right. Up here it tells you the audience. Why don't we, instead of using him, it's kind of a small audience. Let's start with Network Marketing Pro. That one's a bigger audience. Yeah, we're at 100,000 to 150,000 monthly active people. Okay, now what you got to start thinking like these people. What is going to be a network marketing person? What's going to be part of their life? What are they going to be interested in? So let's take a look at right now what it's even showing us, just having Network Marketing Pro in here. Okay, lifestyle, the demographic and interest database on purchase behavior, brand affinity, and other activities. And it tells you the source here for Sonics. So 2% are interested in trucking and styling. Savvy singles, 6%. Solid single parents, 6%. What else do we have here? Relationships. 61% are married, as compared to the Facebook. It's 32% higher than Facebook is. Education level, a little bit higher than Facebook on the college. So those are two significant things that jump out. So they're college educated married people. It's a big part of his crowd. Job title. Okay, no surprise. 26% is sales, and 16% in management, Here's 19% in healthcare and medical. That one I'm a little surprised at, but maybe it's the marketing side of that. Or maybe it's healthcare and medical people promoting their business. 10% in administration, and 9% military. So you can see, and you can do see all, but I think these are the top ones. So we won't bother doing that. Okay, so that's demographics. Now, this is cool. This tells you what pages these people like. So for a personal blog, they like the Network Marketing Pro. Magazine, Success Magazine. Now, what you've got to be thinking here is you want to be thinking lateral as well as, specific to that person. You've got to get as well-rounded an idea of your avatar for your audience as you can. There's more to this person than just their age and their gender and they like network marketing. There's a lot more to their lives, a lot more things that you can pull in to really narrow down your targeting. So here's where we start picking up a lot of this information. And I think I just check my monitor and it is a little hard to read. So let me pop that up one more. Okay, so what we're looking at is Success Magazine. So you need to start making notes of this. Another way that it was described to me, which is really helpful, is think of your avatar's desk, if they work at a desk. What is on their desk? What is part of their life? What is part of their business? What is part of their day? And what it's showing you here is that in the magazine pile on their desk, they've got Success Magazine. Well, it may be online, but just figuratively speaking. And another magazine, Direct Selling News. Now, I've never heard of that. So this is helping me to really hone in. So when you're making a custom audience, these are some things you can add to really target your audience. Okay, nonprofit organization that they're interested in, Direct Selling Association. Business person, who do they really like? Michelle Pescasolido, Sandy Krakowski, Savvy Network Marketing Women. Publisher, book, Think and Grow Rich, great book. If you haven't read it. And I also found out recently, but I already have the Think and Grow Rich, and I want to get through that first. I've already started it. There's one that's Think and Grow Rich for women. So that, just a little quick aside. The Flip-Flop CEO, that's a new one to me. Product or service, Amy Porterfield, entrepreneur, Ollie Brown, public figures, Ray Higdon, Robert Kiyosaki, and Todd Falcone, all big names. And an organization, Female Entrepreneur Association. This is all great information. So you need to make notes of these things and then you can add them to your targeting. Okay, page likes. What pages do they go in there and like? So this is important as to which ones they like, because you can do more targeting on these pages. What you can do is put these pages on a list that every day you go into those pages and you interact with people and be genuine. Otherwise, it doesn't work. You go in there, you find something that interests you, because you got to be genuine, and start talking to people. Make a comment, make a reply, interact with people there. That is what Facebook is all about. That's how you build relationships. That's attraction marketing. So these are all great pages that are associated with your market, assuming this is your market, to go to. Okay, location. Where are these people located at? Well, basically they're all over the US. 3% in Orlando. Orlando must be a big network marketing place. Top countries should be United States, because that's the audience I'm after, and top language is going to be English, of course. So, but if you're doing international stuff, then all of this would be much more pertinent. Activity. This is important too. Pages liked, lifetime number of pages that people like. And on average, in this group, they're liking 58. In the last 30 days, they've commented 28 times, have liked post 30 times, shared post 10 times, redeemed a promotion 1 time, and clicked an ad 19 times. So what does this tell you? This says, if you want to try to pick these people up, don't bother with promotions. They're just not that active with promotions. But they do like to interact with posts. They like pages, and they like to leave comments. So keep that in mind when you're setting up your marketing. Device users, another important thing. 79%, which is huge compared to the Facebook average, desktop and mobile combined. And 29% have a computer. BlackBerry, that one you don't want to, that one's not going to work. These boxes are kind of, they're helpful, but sometimes not so helpful. What else can we glean from this? Mobile web, 22%. iPhone, a little less than average. But this gives you an idea of how they're communicating, how they're getting online. And I've found in a lot of my marketing, when I do my ads reports, I find that mobile has been the biggest draw. But lately I've been doing some things where surprisingly to me, because usually the right side ads are don't work very well for what I've been promoting, I've had some things really hit hard on the right side ad and better than anywhere else. So that was pretty surprising to me. But that's why you've got to test them. You don't want to just say, no, right side ads, I don't want to do that. Because, hey, it may be a good place to pick up some prospects. Okay, household income. So it looks like 37% of them are in the $50,000 to $75,000 range, 17 in the $75,000 to $100,000. So it looks like the majority of them are in this $50,000 to $100,000 range. So you can target by income. So if you wanted to do that, that seems to be where there's a lot of followers. Home ownership, are they a renter or an owner? Well, that seems to be pretty even, so that might not be significant. But you got to think about this. I'm going through this really fast, so I'm trying to come up with stuff off the top of my head. But you can see where this is going. If you sit and just really work with this and study with this. This one I thought was interesting, household size. And here it's telling you it's telling you what it means and then what the source is. Okay. 29% have a household of 1 person. And then 24% have a household of 2. And you can see as you get more kids added to it, the less that they are of an audience. And to me that makes sense, because the more kids you have, the less time you have. So that the happy medium for this group, the first 70%, is in 1, 2, and 3. So you don't want to market, you don't want to concentrate your market on a family with 6 members, because that's not a big part of this market. Home market value, big average seems to be the $100,000 to $250,000 range. If you're in real estate, that might be really significant. Spending methods. You want to, if you're selling stuff online, you want people that will use any kind of card. So these people use cards a lot. And they also, they buy a lot of gas or at the store. And here compares cash with credit card. So primarily, mostly cash, credit card, and some cash. All right. And you can see where you would want an audience that that is good in this area if you want to interact with them online and have them buy your products. Okay, purchasing behavior. This is a little bit more of what we were just talking about, in that retail spending, this is U.S. retail spending compared to income based on purchase activity. Compared to income. This one, it's really heavy into the low area. This one I don't completely understand, I have to admit it. And this, because when I went through it before, it didn't make a lot of sense to me. It just, I'm not wrapping my mind around U.S. retail spending compared to income. I would think you'd want high retail spending compared to income, but I must not be reading this right. This one, online purchases, is compared to other consumers. So I'm assuming this means that these people do a lot of online purchasing. But it's saying, again, I'm sorry, I should have gone through this one again just to make sure I understood it. Estimated U.S. online retail spending compared with other consumers based on purchase activity. So it's saying that the online retail spending compared with other consumers is low to medium in this group. Okay, purchase behavior. This is really telling, and it varies a lot. I've gone in and looked at different audiences. Is subscription services seem to be high in a lot of the areas I've looked. This is important because if you want some, that means that they're paying monthly for something. So if you want to promote a membership site or something where you want monthly income, or even affiliates, like affiliates for AWeber, or things that people pay for every single month, this group is high in that. They also are high in food and drink. If you're into selling food products, that's important to you. Or if you're into if your market is some clothing, well, this is really important to you. But it looks like this is on an average for Facebook users is 73%. So this is really high. Anyway, so is that one. And that one is 56% for all Facebook users. Now here, pet products. Is this a market you would want to target if you're selling pet products? And this goes on, health and beauty, sports and outdoors, household. Now keep in mind too, health and beauty, what's exactly in that category? All health products, everything from juicing to vitamins to whatever. And beauty, is that all? That's probably all cosmetics and that type of thing. So it's a little generic, and you'd have to drill down a little bit more on that. In market for a vehicle. I haven't messed with this much because it doesn't really relate a whole lot. And I'm not sure why they picked up a vehicle. I'd have to think about this some more. But this audience is in the market for 53% of them are in the market for a pickup and a crossover. So if you're in the automobile industry, this would be significant. Okay, so you can see what I'm saying as far as picking, finding what your target audience is interested in, and then you can use that to start honing in. And when you go to custom audiences to create a custom audience in Facebook, you've got the details right here of what is in this audience, and you can target, if you want to target single people who like Network Marketing Pro and buy pet foods. Well, that's kind of obtuse, but you see what I'm saying is that you can start finding their magazines, their, what else are they interested in? Are they interested in coffee? Are they, who has a business that doesn't drink coffee? Now, I don't, but I'm sensitive to caffeine. So, but I know I'm not the majority. The majority of people drink coffee. Or would they be interested in a mug? And, there's just, what services are they interested in? We didn't even really hit on that. Well, that one came up, product, and one product or service. But you can see the value of this. I mean, this is just huge, huge value of getting down to your target market. And when you say you're starting a fan page and this is your target market, well, you can start here and then keep using the information to get your 100 likes or 100 plus. It's somewhere between 100 and 200. Then Facebook makes the lookalike audience for you, and then you use the lookalike audience, and then you start promoting using that plus one interest. That's a technique. I think I've taught that one already here. And your lookalike audience, because Facebook updates it every 7 days, starts getting tighter and tighter and tighter onto the people that you want. So you can use all this information back here to help you tighten that in by what interest you pick, how you target these people. So this is very, very valuable. And if you have any questions on this, there's a lot to it, but I think it's pretty straightforward to get a lot of value out of it. And one of the things I just love is this page likes. I mean, get in there and interact with these people if that's your target market, and you can start changing this. If your target market is like I said, juicing, then you put something in there about that. Or if it's t-shirts, well, then you're going to start with clothing or whatever. But you just keep adding stuff over here. That's what I was doing the one time was I started with one thing and then I kept adding more and more interest. I can do that really quick. I've only got a couple of minutes here. Let's get him back up here. And then interests. We want people, let's say we want people interested in Michelle. Oh, she didn't show up in this category. At least I didn't see her. She's not showing up here. Success Magazine, that should show up. Yep, there it is. And every time you add something over here, this adjusts. So let's put in Think and Grow Rich. See how this has changed now? Think and Grow Rich is primary in the book, and we picked up a different, for some reason we picked up Fuel Magazine. No, it's a book. Fuel, Dream Goal Gratitude Journal. That's a new one I haven't heard of. So let's put in here Think and Grow Rich. All right, now it's adjusted it again because you're tightening in and tightening in. And okay, I want the female, I want to go after the female crowd. So let's say female entrepreneur, because I have this, yeah, Female Entrepreneur Association. Okay, so now I'm getting it honed in more to women. And down here, the news, Forbes women. Let's see if Forbes women comes up. No, I can put Forbes in there. So just get in here and play. This is fun. You can spend way too much time in here, but it's a very very good exercise, and it helps you to hone in on your avatar, get more information on your avatar, find out what books they read, what magazines they like. It's just great stuff. So I am already a minute over, so I'm going to wrap this up. Let me get back to my Hangout. Okay, there I am. Let me check and see if I've got any comments, any questions really quick. Okay, nothing there as far as a question. And thank you guys for joining me. And I hope this has been of value to you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.